Hello beautiful people, here's a quick review of the BF-109 C-1 from the new Alpha Strike update in War Thunder. Hope you enjoy. Jumping right into some quick pros and cons for this little 109. Some of the pros: flight characteristics. The C-1 has a turn time of 19 seconds and tops out at 484 km an hour at 4,000 meters. If we compare those numbers to the first 109, the B1, at battle rating 1.3, that particular BF has a turn time of 22 seconds and a top speed of 464 km an hour. So not a lot of difference with top speed, but the 3 seconds less turn time is pretty good. Engine. The water-cooled Yumo can use web for quite a long time before it goes into the red zone, and it is definitely needed. Armament. The C-1 has strengthened wing over the B1 model and is equipped with 4 MG-17 light machine guns with a total ammo count of 1,864 rounds. That is double the armament of the B1 model and almost twice the ammo. And some of the cons, because they are definitely there. No secondary weapons. The C-1 model cannot carry any bombs or rockets. Rate of climb. The rate of climb is only 10.9 meters a second. Now, while that is in line with other aircraft at the same battle rating from other nations, it is still quite poor. Low ammo count. The 1,864 rounds of ammo is not a lot for 4 light machine guns, especially when looking at the next BF at battle rating 2.3, the E1 model. That model has 3,000 rounds of ammo for the same 4 light machine guns. That being said, often a lot of ammo is not needed to bring down an aircraft at these low battle ratings. But of course, you actually need to hit those damn things. No armor. This C-1 model has no armored seat nor backplate to protect the pilot. So with this BF-109 C-1, we are getting the second 109 fighter at rank 1. In real life, the C-1 model was only produced in a very limited number, with around 60 built with the Yumo engine. The next model up, the E or Emil models, were equipped with the legendary Daimler-Benz DB601 engine. At battle rating 1.7, the C-1 model sits at an odd battle rating. At battle rating 1.3, we find mostly much more nimble bi- and monoplanes, with much better turn times and often a top speed that comes close to the C-1. On the other side, at battle rating 2.0 and up, we have fighter aircraft that are much faster and sometimes even equipped with heavy machine guns or cannons. So this little 109 has to deal with aircraft that are often faster, have much better flight characteristics and better armament. So what do you do? And a quick note here, when I'm talking about other aircraft, I of course mean other fighter aircraft. Because at these low battle rating, you will often run into aircraft that are not fighters but are light bombers, attackers and so on. And against those aircraft types, the C-1 will do just fine. Anyhow, my approach to the C-1 is to use it as a boom and zoom aircraft. I'm trying to avoid dogfighting as much as I can, and try to pounce on aircraft from altitude and on the occasional open top vehicle. And when I'm saying dogfighting, I mean turn fighting. But of course, if you have the necessary knowledge and actually know what type of aircraft you're up against, you can decide which approach is the best for you. Since the C-1 model is not super fast with 484 km an hour, I tried to get most out of it with using web as much as I possibly could. Luckily, this little Messerschmitt is pretty good with not overheating right away when using web, and I use that all the time. So in general, my approach was to keep at altitude and keep up the speed. I'm glad that Gandhin keeps adding low-rank vehicles in general to keep the World War II content fresh, and this little BF-109 C-1, despite its drawbacks, certainly hits the spot. It's a step up from the most basic BF-109 we have, and it does bridge the gap between the B1 and E1 model. That was about it. Thanks for watching, and remember to deploy your die brakes. Have a good one.